How to get to know and reach your true potential. Maybe you've been in situations when life or your own decisions have put you in a place where you had to find answers, resources, or any kind of help to move forward. Those moments are precious because they help you realize the potential you have in order to emerge victorious out of any negative situation. People yearn for growth, but their environment is full of information that, if not processed correctly, could do more harm than good, by leading to destruction rather than inspiring us towards evolution. High performance takes time, but the very first step is to be aware of your true potential by following these three big ideas. 1. Have a bigger vision. The quote, "If you can dream it, you can achieve it," by Walt Disney is one of the most shared quotes of all time. Walt Disney created an empire with two things: imagination and a mouse. It leaves us with a solid principle that we can create and build anything as long as we have clarity about the vision we want to create. The only challenge is that if we are not aware of our surroundings and the information we consume, we may fall into parameters and excuses that prevent us from being resourceful and creative to build that vision. It's the vision that makes you do the tactical stuff. Therefore, remind yourself about that compelling future you want, so every day you keep a strong purpose to be more, save more, invest more, study more, train more, and so on. Vision is like a sunrise. The magic starts to happen when it starts to manifest. It takes time, but most importantly, it takes action, which leads me to the second big idea. 2. Embodiment and congruence. If you want to be a CEO in the future, then embody that character right now and be congruent with the values and behaviors of a CEO. If you want to be an athlete, then embody, manifest, and be consistent with that character by having a good diet, exercise routines, and a plan to improve your performance. If you want to be an author, then embody the identity of a researcher and a writer, so you start writing your first book. A tool that will help you along the way is to have your own purpose statement. It's a declaration that reminds you of your vision. It could be a paragraph long, but it has to awaken feelings in your heart. If you are not emotionally attached to your vision, then you probably need a bigger vision. Once you have identified the vision, character, and identity, you need to embody them and the values you need in order to be more congruent with them. Now it's time for the third big idea. 3. Find your rhythm for breakthroughs. This idea is the most important one, I would argue, because only you know what works best in your life. You will find many lifestyles with habits, routines, and rituals that claim to be the best one to reach your goals and true potential. But let me tell you something. Life isn't a meal recipe. What works for me doesn't necessarily work for you, and vice versa. You have to try new habits and see how consistent you are with those habits until you see results. If those habits aren't working, change them. There isn't one magic habit formula that could be applied to everyone. Just stick to the ones that are working in your life and stay consistent. I'll give you an example, which happened at the beginning of the pandemic. I decided to embark on a fitness journey. I approached my friend who was a personal trainer, and he suggested that I lower my calorie consumption and start working out more. That approach might work for a lot of people, but not for me. I come from a background of eating disorders, and I started having the same thoughts when I was dealing with bulimia in the past. I stopped the approach of cutting my calories and opted for a more calorie-consuming approach with more demanding exercise. 6 months later, I became a hybrid athlete who was running 100 miles a week, was doing ultramarathons in the same day, started doing up to around 400-pound deadlifts, all while running a business, practicing martial arts, and strengthening my relationship with my wife and my 3-year-old daughter. Try new habits, establish them, and find a consistent pattern for growth. Commitment. High performance awareness is about knowing with certainty where you are, who you are, where you are going, and how you are paving your path consciously despite distractions and challenges. If right now you feel that it's hard for you to realize your potential, then my suggestion is be willing to be positively influenced. First, by leaders you choose wisely until you can depend on your own influence. The purpose of being influenced and being aware of your true potential is to take action so you can build, create, experience, and feel that you are capable of transforming your own thoughts into real and tangible things. At the end of your life, would you like to have regrets for the things you could have done but never did? Or would you like to have memories and experiences of the things you did and helped others do? The time is now. Be your best self and go for more.